Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Today, we're doing this service to do chapter chanting with absorption. Somebody starts in our beats. So while the beads are going around, anybody know the meaning of the Mahamantra? Somebody got it?
O energy of the Lord, please engage me in your loving devotional service.
That's correct. Yes. You all should know that, right? First, so here's a couple points that I have here about chanting this Mahamantra is why it's so important. So first, it's important to understand that Hare Krishna mantra is not just any ordinary mantra. It is a direct call to Krishna. Calling out is that last direct conversation. That is what when we chanting on our dear Krishna. When we chanting on the street, it's for the benefit of everyone. And also when we chanting in our beads, it also benefits whoever is around us because we're supposed to chant in order to hear ourselves. We don't chant that it's not beneficial to us, much less to the people around or the living entities around us. So we must chant here. So there's a couple important points to talk about. I will just read it. It is a direct call to Krishna, imploring him to reveal himself to us, and especially to allow us to serve him. Service to him being our natural position as eternal spirit souls who are subordinate parts of him. So we are also part of Krishna. As Prabhupada said last 2 weeks, I think, in quantity, we are just minute quantity, same quality but minute quantity. Here it refers to the Hare refers to the divine feminine energy of God or Krishna, also known as his internal potency. Hare is another word for the name of the Radharani, is internal potency. So when we say Hare Krishna, it's like we say Radha Krishna. That's why it says, "O energy of the Lord." Hare is the energy of Krishna. And when we say Hare Krishna, we are calling out to him because he is his energy, his internal potency, his internal energy. And Rama represents the supreme pleasure. So in this case, Rama represents Lord Balaram. And Balaram expands to serve the Lord, to give pleasure. Only the Lord can pleasure himself. So he has to expand in order to give pleasure to himself. Nobody can satisfy the pleasure of the Lord. He has to do it himself. He expand his Balaram to serve himself. Balaram comes to serve the Lord. He expands as a direct servant. He does everything for the pleasure of Krishna, even in Avin. The forest, when he goes to meet, when Krishna goes to meet in the night, Balaram shortens the path. He brings in the track is shorter. You know, all his stuff around us because he gives pleasure to Krishna. There's some other points I would like to say. How to chant. We should chant in a service attitude. The process of chanting Hare Krishna involves both hearing and speaking the mantra. When we hear the mantra, the vibrations of the syllables entering our ears have a purifying effect on the mind. When we speak the mantra, the vibrations also transmitted through the tongue and the mouth, further purifying the body and the senses. So Shravanam, as Prabhu mentioned in the class today, is one of the most important processes. So we must chant to hear ourselves. If we don't chant to hear, then it's useless. You know, we must hear in order for it to go into the air, to reach the mind, then purifies the heart. Why do we chant this mantra? Anybody?
To requesting Lord to engage us in His devotional loving service.
Definitely.
Purify the heart.
Say it, Prabhu.
To purify the heart.
Yes, also. And then, why do we chant this mantra? Do we just chant for chanting's sake, or spiritual master say we must chant?
To remember that He is everything. God's nature.
So we chant this because we're trying to remember Krishna at the time of death. This life is all about practicing for death. It's sad to say, but we are living practicing for death. And we want to die remembering Krishna. And one of the best ways to remember something is to repeatedly do it. Keep on doing the same thing over and over and over. The tendency to remember is far greater than we just do it for 2 hours or. I remember this class where Prabhu was saying that some devotees chant for 10-15 years and they say, Prabhu, I chant for 10-15 years and I don't feel anything. So then he asked, like, you chant 2 hours out of 24 hours, how are you going to feel? Every day you only chant 2 hours, you do 16 rounds and you put the japa, the mala down. He say if the stomach is empty and you have a plate of food and you eat 1 grain of rice, is it going to satisfy the stomach? Right, so he said 2 hours out of 24 hours, we just remember Krishna and then we put the bar down, the rest of the day goes by, we remember Krishna maybe 1 time in the next 2 hours again. He say, so this japa is good, is what Srila Prabhupada recommend. We do our japa, we say 16 rounds, 20 rounds, however how much we take that work to do. But then when we finish doing our japa, we should go on during the day. If you're driving, you chant, you sing. You don't have to be with the beats to chant Krishna name. During the day, you keep chanting Krishna, you play Krishna, record him, Srila Prabhupada lectures. See, that's how you're going to involve yourself more with Krishna during the rest of the day. So that you can add to the 2 hours that he was doing japa or 2-3 hours he was doing japa. That's why you don't feel anything, because you're doing it 2 hours out of 24 hours for 20 years. It's the same thing. So if you feed the stomach 1 grain of rice, it's not going to be satisfied. So you have to feed at least 50% of the prasadam in order to semi-satisfy the stomach. So that was a great example he gave. So we need to remember Krishna, even though we finish our japa, remember Krishna throughout the day, every day. How should we chant? So we hold the beads with our right hand. We start with the master bead. On the master bead we say the Panchatattva mantra. Please, right? In the Panchatattva mantra we ask for forgiveness or for any offenses chant while we chanting unknowingly. We should not do offenses knowingly, but any offenses that we commit unknowingly, we chant the Panchatattva mantra so that we can be forgiven for that. And then every bead we chant 1 mantra, not Hare Krishna, and then you go to Hare Rama in the next bead. Some people do that. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Then you go to the next bead. So you do not touch the bead with the index finger. If you do touch, you can purify, touching to your forehead which have tilak. She always wear tilak. We do not touch because anybody have a reason why?
Point out faults.
Point out the mistakes.
Right. Thank you, Mataji. Yeah, we use this finger to point at other people's faults. So it's like an impure finger. We always try to pull the beads to our heart. So we chant, pull 1 bead, 2 bead, like that. So we will start off with Panchatattva mantra. This is a quarter of a round. Usually we chant 4 of these, which is 108. But for beginners, all we here are beginners, we should chant 1 round. So everybody say,
Yeah.
1 round?
Yeah.
I just want to instruction, do 1 round. So you can start chant where you can hear yourself. The name has to go into the air, to the mind has to process into the heart. You need to clear the heart, purify the heart, because Krishna is in there. You need to see Krishna. Right now we have all this dust accumulated on the heart. We need to remove all the anarthas so we can see Krishna. This is the only way we can do that. So we begin. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama pause, we turn around, and we start from one again and go around. We never go over ahead. So there's one thing I wanted to read from Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur. It is okay. It's taken from Bhaktivinoda Thakur, Sarana Devi, quoted from Adi Purana. Your mind is wandering all over the universe when you chant anyway. Your mind is wandering to the past and future when you chant anyway. You are not able to concentrate on Krishna's names while you chant anyway. You have no taste for chanting, chant anyway. You have lusty desires, chant anyway. You are making offenses in chanting, chant anyway. You are not praying to Krishna to help you chant better, chant anyway. You often chant late at night, chant anyway. So why? Why should we chant despite all of the above obstacles? There is no vow like chanting the holy name, no knowledge superior to it, no meditation which comes anywhere near to it, and it gives the highest result. No penance is equal to it, and nothing is as potent or powerful as the holy name. Chanting is the greatest act of piety and the supreme refuge. Even the words of the Vedas do not possess sufficient power to describe its magnitude. Chanting is the highest path of liberation, peace, and eternal life. It's a pinnacle of devotion, the heart's joyous proclivity, and attraction for the best form of remembrance of the Supreme Lord. The holy name has appeared solely for the benefit of the living entities and their Lord and Master, their supreme worshipful object, and their spiritual guide and mentor. Whoever continuously chants Lord Krishna's name, even in his sleep, can easily realize the name is a direct manifestation of Krishna himself.